I don't do this as much as I probably should. Just sit out and enjoy the sun, enjoy nature. I don't do it as much as I probably should. But it feels great to be out here, just soaking in the sun. Just finished my yoga stretches. Can you believe today is day 58? And this lifestyle, this change, has afforded me the flexibility to where now I'm into yoga. I can stretch and bend in ways that I never could before. It's kind of dope. But I wanted to make this video because I know today is Hearts Day. Some of you are happy. I mean, genuinely happy. And to those of you that are, I say protect your heart, protect your happiness, and be the change that you want to see in the world, and realize that your worth is your worth. You have to teach people how to treat you. Don't expect them to already know, because different people require different things. What one person like and what one person calls love, the other person may not see it that way. So teach people how to treat you, and make sure you wear that on your sleeve. It's all about how you treat yourself. To those of you that are without love, to those of you that are in abusive relationships, just got out of relationships, you're trying to heal, you're trying to find yourself. To those of you that are in abusive relationships, leave it. Anyone that remains in an abusive relationship has little worth. There isn't anything in this world, any want, any need, any desire, any level of responsibility that should keep you in an abusive relationship. I know today is one of those days where people tend to say I'm sorry and they think they can make it up with a box of chocolate and some dead roses. But that shouldn't work. Step your game up. I always tell women should band together. If you want to see men change, you have to be the change. You have to set the standards. I always tell women, imagine if women came together collectively and decided that they was gonna make brothers read at least 2 books before they gave them some. Every guy be standing in line at the library, straight up. My heart goes out to you that just got out of something that was probably long term, and now you find yourself alone on this holiday, and you're hurting. Take the time to heal. Take the time to love yourself. And surround yourself around people that are gonna bring smiles to your faces. Do the things that you've always wanted to do, and do a lot of the things that you haven't done in a long time that you really like. A lot of time when we co-join into these relationships, we end up changing ourselves just to make somebody else happy. There is a level of compromise that you must reach in a relationship, but to truly lose yourself for someone else, that isn't a relationship at all. That's a situationship, if you ask me. I think you should do those things that you envision. The things, go those places that you desire the most. Be around people that love you and people that you genuinely love. Love is not abuse. Love is not neglect. Love is not control. Love is not envious. Love is not jealous. Love is just not abuse. And I mean all the way around the board: mental abuse, physical abuse, spiritual abuse, emotional abuse. I've heard somebody say that physical abuse is far better than emotional abuse, because the thing about emotional abuse, those are scars that are hidden, and you have to patch them up and put on like you're actually happy. But where I am in my journey, I had to remove myself from certain people because I can feel that hurt, I can feel that pain, and it's kind of like carrying that cross, just to make the Christian metaphor and analogy. It's kind of like carrying that cross, and I'm just not built to carry that cross, because there are so many hurt people, pretty faces. I know some of the most beautiful women, but are some of the most damaged women, and that's unfortunate. So I've had to separate myself from a lot of people because of the hurt that I wish I could carry, but I can't, because I got to live for me, and that's what I discovered on this path. I feel like a needle in a haystack, I belong to a small group of people in the entire world that actually practice this as a lifestyle. And I'm here to stay. That's how I honestly feel. I'm here to stay. But my heart goes out to you. I send my love to you. I send my energy to you. I hope you can feel it through this phone. I hope something from me comes to you and you feel it in your chest or you feel it in your mind. I hope you can feel it in your soul. I really do. My heart goes out to you. Some of you I know personally. I know you're hurt. I know you're damaged. And I just hope you repair yourself. I hope you truly find what your worth is. Don't allow somebody to strip you of your worth. Don't allow somebody to strip you of your happiness. Don't allow somebody to strip you of your confidence. Don't allow anybody to just mentally control you to the point to where you believe the lies that they're feeding you. Don't do that. You're worth so much more than that. And like I said, a lot of you I know personally. Men, we go through it too, so it's not just the women, but definitely the men. I've been there a time or two. The last long-term relationship that I was in, I had to leave it because I refused to subject myself to the physicality, whether I'm the one that's tolerating the abuse or being the abuser. You know what I mean? So I had to do what was in my best interest and leave that. So men, we go through it too. You know, there are some of us that have been victimized. I'm not saying that I'm an angel. I'm not saying that I'm a saint. I've done my fair share in the past, and I'm just striving to be a better man, a quality man, someone that my daughter can look to and look to in happiness when it's time for her to, you know, cling to her mate. Hopefully, you know, a lot of the characteristics that she see in me, she finds in him. And so I've just been polishing myself since the birth of my daughter, to be honest with you. A lot of times, that's what it takes to change a man. If we're gonna change it all, it's usually that little girl that's gonna change us. The right woman can provoke us, but that little girl is gonna be the one that's really do it for us, if it's in you to do it at all. But set the example. Your children looking at you. I mean, especially for those of you that have children. Don't feed them hypocrisy. Don't tolerate the nonsense, but be so quick to tell them what they shouldn't tolerate when they get a little older. Because that's exactly what you're gonna do, whether you know it or not. They're gonna look to you and say, well, you did this. I know, because I use my mom as an example. I use my dad as an example. Like, I use different people for different scenarios as an example. And I'll be used as an example. So again, I'm constantly trying to polish me. I'm just constantly trying to better me. And I hope you're doing the same. So this is another holiday where it's a crappy holiday. For those of you that know the history behind it, you know, it's a crappy holiday. It's not what it appears to be, but I'm not the one that's gonna piss in anybody's oatmeal. The more I travel right, the more I steer away from wrong. I try not to be as judgmental. Sometimes I still crack jokes, but it's not my prerogative. It's not my place to tell you what should be near and dear to your heart, what you should and what you shouldn't do. I just say continue to educate yourself and enlighten yourself. And when you come into new information and knowledge, apply it, because applied knowledge is wisdom. And apply it to your life, and it'll change your life, often for the better. But I'm just out here. I feel good. I really do. I've been out here sun gazing and soaking up in the sun, just downloading information and, you know, just feeling this cosmic energy flow that's going through my body. I feel so one with nature. I feel so one with the sun. I'm really at peace. And the fastest way to achieve peace is to remove yourself away from negativity. I don't care if it's family or if it's friends. Remove yourself from the environment. You owe it to yourself. You don't owe an explanation to something that just doesn't sit right with your spirit. They'll figure it out. You know, I don't know anybody that's without a mirror. Instead of standing in the mirror, prepping yourself, stand in the mirror and have a self-reflection. You know, make eye contact with yourself and peer deep into your eyes, and you'll see your soul. You know, there's always room for the change. There's always room for change. And I'm just working on myself, and I hope you guys are doing the same. But my heart goes out to you who's healing. You will heal, and I believe in you. Just stay with it. Don't go back. I know today is one of those days where you feel so alone. You want to go back to the abuse. You want to go back to the neglect. You want to go back to the hurt. And that's not what you need to do. Just stay where you are and surround yourself around people that's gonna remind you of your worth. To those of you that are in it and you're in an abuse, you need to leave that ASAP. You don't want to go to sleep and not wake up. That's all I'm saying. Leave that. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a wife or a husband. I don't care who it is. Your life is worth so much more. We need you to stick around on this planet. And your mission wasn't to come here and die from depression. Your mission wasn't to come here and die from abuse. That wasn't your mission. I'm sure it wasn't. Love your children, but love yourself first. And I love you guys. Thank you for checking in. Peace.